Here come the microphones. Hey, there's a microphone. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Test.
Test? Why?
Test.
Why?
I have a Polish friend who's a sound guy. I have a check 1 2. I have a check 1 2.
You do realize we're streaming this right now, right?
That's good.
Oh, no. Oh. 2. And send harassment claims to Anthony.
That's not harassment. I said they're my friends.
Therefore, I get to say it. All right.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a check. I can make that joke. Gosh. Oh, we are going to be in so much trouble.
That's awesome. That's weird. Mine didn't go through. Your tagging of my name didn't work. I saw the post, though, in my feed.
I don't know what to tell you. Live. Here we go. Let's see if that's up. Live. Hey, look. There we are. Yeah, it's working.
I need to go onto YouTube.
YouTube can do it. The San Francisco treat. Doodle-doodle-doo. I don't know why, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe we should be more prepared.
No.
No.
That's a bad idea.
That is. Who came up with that one, Pat? Jeez.
Yeah, jeez.
Gosh. It's like he needs to heal or something. The power of Pat compels you.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was just like the Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters. The power of Patty compels you.
I refused to see that movie.
Yeah. Okay. So Jay got me to watch it.
Yep.
And under the premise that you cannot watch it thinking it's a reboot. It's a standalone.
Okay.
You can't think of it as the old movies. You have to think of it as its own entity of itself altogether.
Okay. As I pour water into a cup full of ice.
And it's not quiet.
Not at all.
Yes, Anthony was pouring water. That was not Anthony using the restroom.
Nope. But I am enjoying this
I'm sure you are.
leftover coffee water.
But if you with the premise that it is a standalone and you cannot compare the originals,
yeah.
even though they're cameoed the entire way through the stinking movie, if you can do that, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Nope. I couldn't handle it. I watched the original the other day.
Right.
Still
Number
great.
one.
Still a fantastic movie.
It is. It's one of the rare movies that I go back and forth. Like I will sit there and be like, number 2 is the best one. And then I'll watch number 1. I'm like, nope, number 1's the best one.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch number 2 and I'm like, no, it's so close. Number 2, I think number 2 for me right now. I will bounce back and forth.
I think they're both really good.
They're both really good, but it's so rare to see a second be good.
Yeah, that's true. But some things don't need a reboot.
No. Oh my gosh. What was I looking at that they were talking about? Oh, movies that deserve a reboot. And I'm going down the list. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Don't ruin this. Don't do it.
Yeah.
This is going to destroy this. Don't touch it.
Well, like I know you're not.
If they threatened to reboot the Goonies.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible. Well, okay, so I know you're not a big anime fan, but I like a few.
No.
I like a handful of them.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
You and every other teenage boy.
Shut up. So I like a few of them. Probably my favorite one of all time would be Cowboy Bebop. Are you familiar with it at all?
Slightly. I've seen previews for it, and I think I got like 5 minutes into it before I was like, and I'm done.
Yeah. So I own it. I own the DVDs for it. It's fantastic. All by itself, fantastic.
Yeah.
They're talking about making a live action TV series, and it's going to be more episodes than the original anime series.
Wait a minute. Live action Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I could see live action Samurai Jack.
Oh, that would be cool.
But they are coming back with Samurai Jack.
Yeah,
It's
they are.
coming back.
And I'm okay with that reboot.
Yeah.
But
well,
the
it's not
ending...
really a reboot. It's like a continuation.
Oh, yeah, they're going to continue it.
Right.
So in this case, the
Unlike
story...
the Animaniacs, which is a reboot.
Yeah, that is a reboot. So this is... The thing about this is that the story is... There's only about maybe 6 or 7 episodes that have real backstory for Spike, the main character.
Okay. And that's the kid with the fro.
He's kind of got like the fro look going on.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's like a mixture between...
I want to say he's a kid, but he might be like 20.
No, he's in his late 20s.
He's just like short?
No, he's tall.
Oh.
You might be thinking of a different anime.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of this one, but I don't know, maybe.
So his name's Spike,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
And he's
Like
he's
the
kind of
dinosaur
like
Spike?
yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
You
So
remember
he's kind of
Land
yeah,
Before
Land Before Time. Yeah. No. So he's kind of like a mixture between
Because he's like mulatto.
no.
Right? Oh, maybe I am thinking of a different.
You must be. So this guy, he's like so the whole soundtrack is jazz, which is really awesome.
Okay, I can get down
And
with
then,
that.
which is really cool. And then the main character is kind of like a mixture between I'm blanking on his name right now for some reason. I've been trying to say it for 5 minutes. He's kind of like a mixture between Bruce Lee and
Is it a real person or a fake person?
Huh?
There's the other person that you're thinking of. Is it a real or fake? Let's play the game.
it's
Real or fake?
fake.
Is he a person or a cartoon?
He's a cartoon.
Bugs Bunny.
No. So he's like a really good martial artist. And he's also got like really good gunfighting skills. And so the main character Spike in the show, he has this like checkered
Inspector Gadget.
No. That'd be awesome. No. But he has this like weird persona and he's real secretive and he has a checkered past. He's involved in some gangs and stuff.
Okay.
So, but there's this whole like story that ties him and 2 other characters together that you only briefly see a few times.
Okay.
And I'm really worried they're going to ruin the backstory by adding a lot of information that you don't really need. It's supposed to purposefully be in the background.
Kind of like episode 3.9 on Star Wars that came out already.
Yeah.
But it worked.
It worked.
It worked. They didn't screw it up too bad.
No.
In fact, it was really good. The only thing that really bothered me with the movie, I was okay the whole way going, it's obvious these guys are dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that bothered me with the show was the fake faces. Like when they did the CGI faces to make them look young. It bothers me. I don't like it. I didn't like it when they did that to Tony Stark. Oh, which one was that? Was that Captain America Civil War?
Yeah.
It was a Civil War where he did like the projection and it was him younger. I don't like it. I can tell and it drives me bonkers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it went really good with.
Jim says Batman.
No, it's not Batman.
It's not Batman.
No, but you should check it out. It's a good anime. It's 26 episodes. It's not my favorite anime.
That's it?
Yeah, it's very short. So it's 1 season, and then it aired on Adult Swim for years.
Right.
And it was literally my favorite cartoon as a kid. I loved it.
You know what I liked that was on Adult Swim though? It was home
movies.
home movies.
This is
Yes.
so
like
good.
the squiggle lines all over. Hi.
I liked Tom Goes to the Mayor. That was a ridiculous show.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, it's so bad. There's like a scene where there was a scene where the main guy, I can't remember his name, Tom, he presented this spray on carpet, and then the sun made it like melt people, and then everyone was on fire.
That's
It was
awesome.
Really bad.
Like so the ground was legitimately lava.
It was,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So he would basically the whole premise of that show was, okay, here's Tom. He's gonna go to the mayor with this brilliant idea, and every time it's a horrible idea.
So it's Doofenshmirtz.
And then the mayor just runs with it, but he always changes it to make it way worse. And then like by the end of the episode, the whole town's dead. That's pretty much how every episode went. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
You know who Tim and Eric are?
No.
No? Okay.
Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job.
Oh, okay, this is a show. This isn't like real people that I
Yeah,
know.
no, they're fake people, but they're real people. So they're
They're meeple?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But so Tim and Eric are the creators of Tom Goes to the Mayor.
Okay.
and that was a funny show.
Okay.
It was actually one of my favorite shows.
Jim, let's ask Jim before we get started here. Jim, you're listening. What was your favorite Adult Swim show? So we can get some interaction on it.
Yeah.
I really want to know though who the animated crime fighter or good at fighting and guns guy was.
I'm trying to think. Well, no, that's who Spike is.
I know, but you said
He's a martial artist and he's good.
Oh, see, I thought you were saying that's who the other guy that he reminded you of.
No, he's like a mixture of Bruce Lee and then like anybody who's really good at shooting guns. Like he was like probably, I don't know.
Well, Jackie Chan's dad once caught a bullet with his bare hand. I love that, dude. I could watch that outtake over and over. Wanna caught a bullet. So awesome. Was it what movie? It was Rush Hour. It was the original Rush Hour. That was so great.
Jackie Chan's great.
Jim says he never watched that channel. Well, fine.
That sucks.
There
that was a good show.
There's your audience interaction for the day, Jim. Thanks.
Yep.
Jeez.
It was good. It had a really weird show on there for a while. What was it called? Super Jail. That was probably the weirdest show I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah.
Well, we should probably get going.
Yeah, we should get going. We're gonna go on a tangent for hours.
Always. And this one doesn't even end up on the audio recording. So you and I will laugh about this for ages and ages. Yep. And Jay will be like, it wasn't on the show. It wasn't on the show. And be like, it's on YouTube. I don't have enough data for that. I go on at work and I download through my iTunes while I'm at work on the Wi-Fi. I don't have the data for that.
Are you imitating her because you know she's never ever going to hear this?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I value my life. I wouldn't do that with her.
Hey, Jim says glad to help.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
I'm helping, Ralphie.
Look, Jim just put a flag on his face on Facebook.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, so there was no, we gotta do this. I want to talk about this on the actual show. So that's awesome. Because there was another terrorist attack.
I know. That's not awesome, though.
But nobody's talking about it. Everybody's like, oh, prayers go out for this place and this place and this place. And it happens in was it Iran?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it happens in Iran and silence.
Nothing, yeah. Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah, my favorite response to that was one of my buddies. He posted a link to the article and he said, he said they're mad or they're killing them because of their freedoms. ... Yeah.
You are free to die. And pay taxes.
Yeah. They hate them because of their freedom.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Still having some issues over here.
Make sure this crap from set. Ta-da.
Oh, do we have a crap from set?
No.
Oh.
I know. I had to push the button. Do you need a Kleenex box?
No, maybe.
All right, I'll just grab the box real fast before we get started.
I have like one of those weird issues going on where I'm like, thank you.
And, this is in my studio, so I have authors, and when they have tear-jerking scenes, happens a lot.
Really sorry.
A lot of authors that want to do this are female, and they write personal stories, and they cry. It's just nature. It's how it works. Women cry.
Men cry.
They say men should cry. But, I mean, unless you hit your knee or your tenders on the hitch of the truck as you're walking by, I don't know. When else is it appropriate?
When I do that, I get angry. I don't cry. I start hitting stuff.
I know, but you like the tears of the pain and you're hitting and like, I don't know. No?
No.
Okay. Jim, back me up. Dang, man. All right. So, we haven't even talked. Somebody's been busy. I don't know what's going on.
I know.
A couple somebodies. I've been busy too.
Yeah.
All right. So in the announcements, you'll do 1 and 3. Why don't you just do 1 and 3, and I'll do 2 and 4. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right.
Both speak them and do them? Sure.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I love that. So cool.
They're all funny.
Yeah.
They're all good this week, so it's all there. Jim has gone silent.
Yeah, we probably offended him.
Oh no. I know Jim personally.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that you can offend him.
Oh, okay.
He's a black belt, and I love to go up when he's not looking and kick him in the butt. Just so I can say, ha, I kicked a black belt in the butt.
Nice.
Today. Drew, what'd you do today? I kicked a black belt's butt. So, it's awesome. Why not?
That is awesome.
Jim's not gonna.
You're the one saying women cry while your co-host is wiping tears. I was actually blowing my nose.
Sure.
Which is hurting really bad.
I'm sure it is. Allergies.
Yeah, it's killing me. All right.
All right. Yeah, I push buttons. I do things, I think. It's like I don't even remember what happens. Like, how do I do this? All right. Oh, yeah. We just do it. All right, that's cool. On this episode of Classless Chat.
Refuse to help? Fine. Have some bed bugs.
From generic father to Bill Murray.
Man leaves 7-Eleven opens 6/12 instead.
Kind of. Ordering pizza got her into Yale.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what you are about to hear is the future of entertainment. May I present to you Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat.
And Anthony.
And honey.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome all to Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub, where you'll enjoy the comfort of fine, handcrafted patio furniture and a fine handcrafted pint. No blarney here.
So fine.
You can see the quality of our outdoor furnishings. Our lounge chairs are stout, and so is the ale. This week, when you buy a new patio swing, we'll help you swing even more when we throw in a keg of our finest brew. That's right, at Patio O'Malley's, only the finest patio furniture will do. No potatoes here. That's right, no potatoes. Take a swing at our leprechaun pinata. One smack with Patty's shillelagh and win 50% off your purchase. You'll find us downtown Boise. Call 208-555-5555. That's right, Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub. You'll find the luck here today. No leprechauns were hurt in the making of this commercial.
Is a leprechaun pinata cultural appropriation?
I mean, on which side? Maybe it's dual cultural appropriation. Appropriation.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't speak. You're in for a ride, people.
Yep, that'll be interesting.
Procreation. There you go.
Procreation.
Yeah, you get a leprechaun and a pinata, and
No.
What do you get out of that?
Pots of disgusting potatoes. I don't know.
I was gonna say a pot of like candy gold, like the
Candy gold?
like the gold wrapped covered coins, like the chocolate gold coins.
Only if it's potato chocolate, though. I guess.
I want to say, because, okay, so people who weren't listening to or aren't watching this on YouTube, we have a pre-show that we do on YouTube, and it's about 5-10 minutes, and it's just fun. But we talk about things that we it almost always ends up being talked about during the show, but it only makes sense if you watch it on YouTube. But we were talking about, like, when is it appropriate for a guy to cry? And apparently, during laughter is okay. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
You can laugh so hard you cry.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
That's appropriate. I do too. Some of the best ones. Oh man. Oh, when you laugh so hard you're crying. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite kind.
Cry or laugh?
Both.
All right then. All right.
Yeah.
So Anthony had Jay and I over a couple weeks ago now
Yeah, it's been a while now.
for a party
Yeah.
at his house, a fiesta at his casa. There you go. Oh, it's about.
We ate a lot of delectable meats.
Dude, I had Anthony's delectable meat. It was a religious experience. It was good. It was good. But Laz and Kristen brought a fun game. They're friends, and they brought a fun game, and they had me convinced. This was a Kickstarter game, and they no longer made it. You can't find it anywhere. Like, they had one of the few copies. You just can't find it anymore.
Yep.
Oh, I'm here to show you, Laz and Kristen. You can get it on Amazon. Woo-woo! Cluster Fight. If you have not played this game, it's $10 on Amazon. Go and buy it. You don't need to try this.
Nope.
You do not need to try this verse. This is a fantastic game.
It's a lot of fun.
Dude, it was so much fun. We did teams.
Yep.
And so basically you get 3 fighter cards, so like characters that you get to battle everybody else with, right?
Yep.
And you pick 2 of those, and then you get 3 either action or item cards, and they're mixed together, so they'll either be an action or an item. And so everybody places down their warriors, except for the judge, whoever's playing judge that round.
Yep.
And then you get to vote, and you put down your card upside down so nobody knows what your vote is, who you think, based off of the fighters alone, is going to win. And you vote pre-changing of the game with the extra cards.
Yeah.
Then you get to pick one of your cards, your action or item cards, and you play it on any player. So if it's bad, you're obviously going to want to play that on whoever you think is going to beat you. If it's good, you amp up your player, or you amp up the team that you said you thought was going to win.
Yep.
And I mean, we had some really cool stuff. Like I think I had Batman and the T-1000, the Terminator,
Yeah, that was a good one.
as a team. And on that one, you had what? Dora the Explorer and who?
I think it was like Rasputin or something.
Some ridiculous thing. It was so awesome.
Yeah, I kept getting like all the fighters who were just not good.
No, yeah.
Pretty much. And it was comical because I'm
was.
playing like horrible fighters and then I'm picking other people to win, which was a lot of fun.
Wise.
But some of the action cards were really funny. Like you could change the entire game to now this is a spelling bee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So which character do you think is going to do the best job spelling?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a fight anymore. And then
It would be at my house.
yeah. And then probably the funniest, I feel like the funniest moment was when I got the action card is on fire, and then Laz played Joan of Arc.
That was awesome.
So I was like, I feel like this is fate. So I played it on Joan of Arc because it's perfect.
It's so dark and horrible, but it's perfect. I mean, it fit perfectly.
Yeah, and
what else are you gonna
everyone
do?
started laughing. It's a fun game. Yeah,
It was a lot of fun.
yeah, I was cracking up. I totally lost horribly, but I didn't care because it was really fun.
You did lose. Of course, your partner was, handling kids and stuff. So
Yeah, she wasn't having a great time.
no,
We were all having a great time, and she was dealing with kids.
she was being a very good hostess.
Yeah, she did a good job.
She was the hostess with the mostest.
I'm pretty much the worst host ever. I'm like, hey, come on in. Okay, everyone's standing here staring at each other. I'm still preparing the food because I'm always late.
She gave Jay a margarita that had, I don't know. I don't think it had much in it, but for some odd reason, maybe it's because Jay's used to not having like good stuff in it.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
She doesn't make them that stout. It was.
Yeah.
There was like maybe, I don't know, maybe
Stuff.
like a couple shots of
Total.
1800 Patron or 1800 silver.
And
then Patron.
Yeah.
Was that orange liqueur? Nothing too
No.
crazy in that margarita.
No. Yeah, Jay said it was really good. Said she didn't even taste it.
Yeah.
Didn't taste the alcohol at all. But yeah, she was loopy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I was driving.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we were all pretty good. Mm-hmm. We weren't bad.
No.
We had like one glass of scotch.
Yeah. And the ferrets came out for a bit.
Yeah,
That was cool.
yeah.
You remember
They're
that?
cool.
You remember that one time that you did that party?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
We're gonna try to do more. Alicia convinced me into buying like an above ground pool thing
Ooh.
because the kids really love that. So
Yeah.
and Alicia's
Remind me next time to take some pictures. We should put some of this up as like behind the scenes, like for the Patreon page.
that would be cool.
Because we do more stuff for the Patreon page than we do anywhere else.
No, yeah, that would be cool. And then I can sorry. And then we could I'm all down for grilling more. I want to grill. That's all I want to do all summer long. Just make all out of meat.
Leave it there.
Yep.
Leave it there. Don't
Leave it
touch
there.
it. Don't touch it. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, don't.
You can't make me.
Nope.
Not touching that man's meat. So
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was the last week of school for my kids. They will be out of school here Friday, which is both glorious and horrible at the same time. It is glorious because it's summer vacation. It is horrible because that means working is now 10 times harder.
Just put them to work around here.
Right. Yeah, Josh, a 7-year-old. Dude, that kid. I mean, I've been tempted to just like tape Swiffer pads to his feet. And just like, dude, just run around. You'll clean it up. It's all good. Here, let me put some rollers on your feet. Just get like the little tape rollers, and you can go around the carpet. Yeah, we'll be clean too.
Maybe get him some what are those things called? Some Heelys with a little tape roller in the back. Just be heeling around.
Oh my gosh,
that'd be awesome.
That would be great.
I need to invent that now.
You know what's sad though? So when I was a teenager, which was well before the Heely came out, I had that design. NyQuil.
True.
Jim, great idea. I can't admit anything like that on the air.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we don't need.
we don't need to drug our children,
Nope.
Jim. Maybe that says something, Jim. No. But no, I was a teenager and I had the design. I actually had it drawn out and everything, but I couldn't figure out because at that time, I mean, remember this was late 90s, early 2000s. So this was probably 99, 2000.
Yep.
I had it drawn out. Big heels were out. Nobody wanted big heels.
Yeah.
Because remember, you had like 94 to 98 and girls had the big heels and like the big heel sandals and stuff. They were huge. And then all of a sudden, no, you had to have skater shoes. If you didn't have skating shoes, you were the lamest of lame people on Lameville planet.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here going, how do you hide the wheel? I couldn't figure out how to hide the wheel. And then like 5 or 6 years later, whenever it was, it came out and it had that thicker heel because you have to. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
But nobody cared at that point.
Nope.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? It was one of those, I had the design. I could have been a contender. I could have been Billy Mays on the TV.
Speaking of skater shoes, so my buddy who's right now deployed overseas
In skating shoes?
Nope.
I know what story this is. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I don't know if you do. So he
maybe not.
He took off and went away, and then he needed help moving his stuff out of the place he was staying in into storage. So I went and moved all of his stuff last weekend because I'm trying to help him out. So as I was moving his stuff, I found his skateboard, and I used to skate. So I was like, I'm going to see if I can do anything cool.
Did you skate or did you put a foot on the skateboard and push yourself down the driveway?
I did a little ollie.
Okay. Back in the day?
No, I just did one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I got a little air.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I tried to kickflip a few times and it didn't work out. So I said, okay, I'm too old for this, and I put it in the trailer.
Yeah, Tony Hawk would agree.
Yeah, I'm just out of practice, I guess. No, I think I could have done a kickflip if I kept working on it. It's been years. I busted up both my knees and my ankles doing a lot of skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
You know, I invented breakdancing.
Did you?
Yeah. You know why it's called breakdancing? Because I tried it once and I broke myself.
Yeah, I was trying.
Fat guys. Fat joke. I can do it. I can make that joke, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hurtful to fat people. I are one.
Yeah, I was doing that, and my wife was like, "Anth, what are you doing?"
Anth?
Yep.
Does she call you Anth?
When she says Anth, that's when it means business. I'm skating down the sidewalk, and my wife was like, "You are gonna hurt yourself. You better stop." And I did a little ollie, and then she was like, "Okay, that's enough," and that was it. So I stopped. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. But yeah, that's my skating shoe. I didn't have skating shoes on. I had on like regular old shoes, and I was still trying to kickflip, which was dangerous. But I got the board around twice. I just couldn't land it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's better than I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in high school, let's go. Yeah, back in time stories here. This is fun.
Yeah.
In high school, we had our history teacher. Yeah. She always thought she would, like, kids would pick on her or something. She was the young teacher. And so it was always like, I got to put these kids. She was fun. She was great. Everybody liked her, except unless she didn't like you, and then in which case your life was hell. But
That's not good.
But she would always try to, like, partner people up and make assignments. She's like trying to pass it off. And you can tell from the look in her eye, it's the, oh, this is going to be so much fun. And you can tell from the look in her eye, she wants to finish the statement of, for me. This is going to be so much fun for me to watch you all suffer. And so she would do all this crazy crap. And there was one she did, this entire year. And she would partner people up the exact same groups the entire year. So if you got stuck with a sucker, you were stuck with that sucker the entire time.
Oh, that's not good.
And the last project was, now you need to do this, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, we want everybody to make a video about this. And it's history, so it was some history thing. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But we had done so many of these ridiculous projects. Like, now when I say ridiculous, one of the projects was make a board game. And so we said, fine, you want a board game, we're going to make you pay for it. We went down to the rock shop and picked up a 4x6 piece of granite.
Whoa.
And we went, yeah, dude, we all had to carry that thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we got wood, and I hand wood burned all the pieces, and we did everything. We made it as big and clunky as humanly possible so that she would have to pay for it.
That's awesome.
We're high school students. We didn't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're making this video, and we do it as a game show. It's like a trivia game show. Mm-hmm. And then we decided, you know what? What show is complete without commercials?
Oh, no.
Yeah. We made commercials for every single one of our projects. But we still needed like one or two just stupid ones. And so we're like, oh, dude, let's go, like the Jackass show was huge at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Donkey, right? Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, so we were like, let's go make that kind of a commercial. And so we grab a couple of skateboards. We didn't have enough skateboards for everybody because Drew didn't skateboard.
Yeah.
And so they grabbed, my buddy grabbed his scooter, or his like kid sister's scooter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's just going to be for
Was
fun.
it a Razor?
It was. It totally was. Dude, it was totally a Razor scooter. And they're like, Drew's going to ride the scooter. I'm like, fat man on a little stick. I'm like, all right, we'll do this. And so we get out to the skate park in the middle of downtown Boise. There's one that's right underneath that first off, like as you come down on the connector.
Yep.
There's one right in there. So we get down inside that. There's a group of like 40 people there. And here we come with a camcorder. Because this is back in the day pre-smartphone. Nobody was doing crap with their smartphones.
Yeah.
We had a camcorder, ladies and gentlemen. We had the big thing on our shoulder. We're going for it. And we're all doing stupid things. And they're like, all right, Drew, go for it. And I'm like hauling up to this ramp. And before I even get to the lift to get up onto the ramp at all, the handlebars rip off. It cocks sideways and nails me in the thigh. It missed, but it nailed me in the thigh. And I go flipping over the thing, landing on my back and skipping. They're like, Drew, are you okay? And I'm like, did you get the shot? I can't do it again.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It was like bouncing ball. It's great.
You remember those GoPeds? That was like a scooter with a motor.
Yes.
You remember those? And
Yeah.
they were like two-stroke, and everyone was riding them around. They just like haul butt by you. So my dad, he's like 40, in his late 30s, early 40s, probably early 40s. And, he got one. I'm not sure why.
Seriously?
Yeah, so he had one. So he jumps the curb no joke, falls right on his face and snaps his thumb in 4 places.
Oh.
Yep. So that was when my dad stopped trying to be 13. Yep. He ended up with like pins.
Every dad has that moment.
Yep. And so I was wondering, I'm like, last Saturday after I put the skateboard away, I actually remembered that. And I was like, I'm lucky that wasn't me. That could have been me.
It could have been me.
Yep.
It could have been. It's like Gabby. I mean, she's in Kung Fu, right?
Yep.
Yeah, both the kids are in Kung Fu. And I'm like, kid, you're 9. You've been taking Kung Fu for almost 2 years now. And August will be the 2-year marker. I'm like, your takedowns should be flawless. Some of these basic takedowns should be perfect right now. You should be able to take me out without a problem. And she's like twisting and twisting and twisting. And I finally stop. I'm like, okay, kid, I've been trying to explain this to you for 1.5 years. You have more energy in your body than you do in your arms. Use your body weight. Twist those hips. Use your core. And she's like, oh, whatever. And she's trying and she's not doing it. I go, try it my way one time. One time. She took me flat down to the ground.
Nice.
And I mean, it was not, I let her do it. No. She took the big dad all the way down. She's like, wow. Feel the good job, sweetie.
Yeah.
You feel the difference there? Yeah. Good job. Do it that way every time now. Daddy needs an ice pack.
Yeah.
Daddy needs an ice pack. And seriously, she has done it like that ever since on everything. And all of a sudden it's like it snapped. It clicked in her head and she is like kicking and doing everything at the dojo. And she's like, she's the tough girl. She's like the girl that the other parents they tease me because they're like, you're one of the dojo moms, because usually it's the moms that get to bring the kids. Well, being mom and dad, yeah, sure, I guess. And so they tease me. They're like, hey, dojo mom, Drew. And shut up. But seriously, like the other dojo moms, they're all the ladies. They're all sitting there like, wow, she's really good. I'm like, yeah I know. I know. I almost want to see a guy try to do something to her so that she can flip him.
Yeah.
And have him land on the ground and be like, dude, this child, not even a teenager, this child girl just took me out.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see it happen. I just want to see it. Jim, make it happen. Your Jim, my mine being my kids are kind of okay. Emphasis on the kinda.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
oh my gosh. All right, let's get started here.
Here comes the stupid. News starts now.
All right, so I did talk to Pat earlier today, and he's doing starting to do a bit better. He's still struggling. He's still, bending over anything, and he's just reminded of the amount of pain and that he is still healing. So we're still probably looking a couple weeks out, but yeah, he is healing. So continue to pray for Pat, people.
Yeah.
Hashtag pray for Pat.
Heck yeah.
Hashtag pay for Pat at patreon.com/ClasslessChat. Hashtag.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony, you are up, good sir.
I am. Angry man retaliates against City Hall with cup of 100 bed bugs.
Delicioso.
Oh, this is fantastic.
This is fantastic.
They're your problem now.
That's
A
so
man
true.
unleashed approximately 100 bed bugs in Augusta City Center in Maine on Friday, causing officials to close the building and summon pest control. The man emptied a container filled with the insects onto the counter. When the staff informed him that he did not qualify for assistance to address his bed bug issue. Yeah. So...
mistake number one.
Yeah, mistake number one.
Mistake number one.
Yeah, this is Maine, so I'm kind of not surprised that this happened in Maine
Why?
because New Englanders are just crazy. This
Okay.
is totally not surprising to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not from over there, so I wouldn't know. All right. Okay.
Yeah, they're all pretty insane. So,
In the main brain.
yeah, exactly. He whipped out a full cup. a cup full of live bed bugs and slammed it on the counter.
That is now the name.
Yep,
Bed bugs.
bed bugs.
Yeah, they're not sailors anymore. They're
No.
bed bugs. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's bad. And bam, off they flew. Maybe 100 of them. City manager William Brigio told the newspaper. Woo! Talk about crazy.
Ugh. Either way, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so this guy, he didn't get. There's a general assistance program in the state that basically helps with these kinds of things, and I guess he was not able to move because of the bed bugs.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it seems weird, right?
Like, why would they say you can't move because of a problem? I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not sure, and they didn't really explain it well in this article.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. So I kind of wonder what happened to this guy. But anyways, they called the police on the guy.
He had bed bugs. That's what happened to the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. The police ended up locating him. It doesn't say if he was arrested or anything, but
I would
I'm
assume.
assuming he probably was.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the charges are. But
Assault and bed bugs?
yeah, something like that. So I don't know. I'm just kind of confused by this. So he applied for the state's general assistance program, and after his former apartment's bed bug problem caused him to get rejected from a new place to live. So his former place had bed bugs. He tried to move out, and then he couldn't move for some reason.
Because it had bed bugs. But why? I don't know.
They didn't want to
Like-
relocate the bed bugs to a new place.
I suppose, like, maybe he needed to get the bed bugs taken care of first, but he maybe couldn't afford it.
Yeah, maybe. And so then
I
he brings a couple of them to the
To like prove and say, like, look, no, here are the bed bugs.
yeah. Well, now they're your problem.
Ugh.
Well, if he was able to track down 100 of them, there must have been thousands.
I don't want to think of that.
That's pretty bad.
Ugh.
Bed bugs are disgusting.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
they are.
Yeah. So anyway, don't have bed bugs.
That's there you go. The more you know.
The more you know. Bling.
Generic dad needed for a barbecue in hilarious Craigslist ad. I must admit, this was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
This was pretty good. All right. So, no barbecue is complete without a dad standing at the grill, flipping burgers, burger patties, and telling dad jokes. That's why a group of party planners in Spokane, Washington, put out a Craigslist ad seeking just that. Quote, needed generic father for backyard barbecue or BBQ. Let me see if I can actually read the actual thing here. Here it is. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in here a little bit. Touch screens are nice. All right. Two interested individuals, like two, T-O, not T-O-O, not T-W-O, T-O. Two interested individuals. We will be throwing a backyard barbecue on June 17th to celebrate beer and each other, which, by the way, is the day before Father's Day. We range in age from 21 to 26, so at least they're legal.
Yep.
And while most of us know how to operate a grill, none of us are prepared to fill the role of barbecue dad. That being said, we are in need of a generic father figure from 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. Parenthesis, though you may stay the full duration of the party. In parentheses. Duties include grilling hamburgers and hot dogs whilst drinking beer. Bringing your own grill, though this is subject to change. We will provide all of the meat. Refer to all attendees as big guy, chief, sport, champ, and etc. Whilst drinking beer. Talk about dad things like lawnmowers, building your own deck, Jimmy Buffett, and etc. Funny anecdotes are highly encouraged, all whilst drinking beer. Desired experience. A minimum of 18 years experience as a father. Well, that counts me out. A minimum of 10 years grilling experience. Yeah, we can handle that one.
Yeah.
An appreciation of a nice cold beer on a hot summer day. I appreciate it, just can't do it anymore. We can't pay you in money, but we can give you all the food and cold beer your heart desires. Grill for a few hours, then sit back, crap.
Sit back and crap.
Sit back and crack open a few cold ones with the boys. This is a real ad. Do not hesitate to call if you are interested. Preference will be given to applicants named Bill, Randy, or Dave. So apparently, like, the ad wasn't going anywhere until someone picked it up and it went viral. The guy, because they just did a Google search, like barbecue dad, and or did grill dad. They did grill dad, and the first Google image that pops up is this guy.
Yeah.
And he's actually apparently from the area, and he might actually show up to the barbecue. But because it's gone viral and they've had so many people say, oh, we want to be a part of this now because it's gone viral, they decided to up the ante. And they have now changed it to Bill or bust. That is right.
Yep.
They will accept no generic father other than the one, the only, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Not after he was shot in Zombieland.
That would be so good.
That would be really good.
I think this is probably the greatest Craigslist ad I've ever seen.
I still think I'd be okay with Mike Rowe doing it.
Yeah, that's true. That would work. I wonder, they should have added some stuff in there like, telling some tall tales like fishing stories that aren't true and things like that.
I think that's a given.
Yeah.
Like the dad anecdotes.
Yeah. This is so funny.
Yeah, like Anthony. What would you call a seagull that flew over the bay?
A bagel?
A bagel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know this one.
Gummy bear.
Gummy bear, nice.
What do you call two pigs playing tug of war?
I don't know.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, nice. That's
What do you
good.
call a cow with no legs?
I don't know that one.
Ground beef.
Oh, these are great.
Gabby's was, oh my gosh. Gabby had a good one. Did you hear the one? Did you hear the one about the guy who his entire left side got cut off? He's all right now.
My buddy Joe from high school was posting some dad jokes yesterday. Let me see if I can find one really fast because it was pretty good.
It's a total requirement to be a father. You have to have some dad jokes.
You do. Oh my gosh, and I can't find it now.
No.
Yep, he just posted one too.
I do love that all right one though.
Yeah, that all right. He's all right now.
He's all right now.
I gotta find it. I will have it in like 1 second here. So here we go. Yep, here it is.
All right.
So this is from my old town that I went to high school in. It's Brentwood, California, northern Brentwood, not southern, not O.J. Simpson Brentwood, the other one.
Not white Bronco, Brent.
That's right. So he posts, can't believe someone stole all the toilets from the Brentwood PD. Unfortunately, they have nothing to go on.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I like that one.
So it totally this reminded me. I had seen about a month or two ago, and it was they had done a Craigslist ad in Boise. This was a Boise area thing, Boise, Idaho, where we're from. Yeah. They did a Craigslist ad, and they posted it because Facebook has all the marketplace things. They have all these different places where you can post it. And this guy posted a 1995 white Ford Bronco.
Nice.
For like 12 grand or something like that. It was some ridiculously stupid amount of money. And the first thing that pops in my head is, wonder if it was OJ's.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the only reason it'd be worth that kind of money. It had like 294,000 miles. I'm like, how does it still move? It's a 90s Ford.
Yeah, not good.
That's not going to happen.
Nope.
Good times.
I had a white Jeep Cherokee for a long time.
That's racist.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That thing ran until it had like 290,000 miles on it.
Yeah, but Jeeps can do that.
That's true. Jeep
Fords are not known for doing, especially not like pre-2000 Fords.
No. Yeah.
Pre-2000 Fords are not known for making it much past 199.
Yep,
They
that's
hit
true.
like the 190 and they start really falling apart. They've been falling apart before, but they start really falling apart.
Speaking of Fords having problems, so I have a work truck. It's a 2000 F250 V10. So it's a big truck.
Yeah.
I took it down to the dealership because
Mistake number one.
Yep, mistake number one. Start the truck up, it'll run. Put it in reverse, it'll run. Put it in neutral, it'll run. Pull it into drive, it dies. So I'm thinking, okay, sensor problem, something's going to be going on with the transmission. I don't know what it is.
Sure.
So I take it in. The dealership quotes me $5,200 to replace the transmission.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this truck's worth it. I look online, I book it on Edmunds and on KBB.
How many miles?
130,000.
130. It's a 2000
It's a 2000
with the V10 F250.
Yep.
130,000 miles. It probably books at like 10.5.
Nope.
No?
Way less.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's only worth $4,200
Oh my
right
gosh.
now. Yeah. So I was like, nope. So I called my boss and he's like, well, take it down to this other guy in town and see. He's always taking care of me on transmission stuff. So I drive it in there, take it to him, drop it off.
How'd you drive it? Backwards?
Once you get it going, it'll run. So you have to push it.
Gosh, that's awesome.
So it'll roll, but it's...
Dude, it totally reminds me
if you stop
of, like,
at a stop sign, it dies.
the original Karate Kid. Like,
Yeah, not good.
It's all good. It's okay. It's a date. Just push start it.
Yeah,
Just
it's not
push
good.
start it.
So we got it. So we got it over there, and then this other guy, he looks it over, and he calls me back, and he's like, "I didn't tell him anything that happened to the dealership because I don't want him thinking,
Right.
these, sometimes the shops will try to,
Oh, yeah.
gouge you or something. So, but this guy seems honest. So he calls me back, and he's like, "There's just nothing wrong with this transmission. It's actually the powertrain control module. So it's a computer." So I'm like, "How do you know that?" He's like, "Well, I unplugged the computer from the transmission and everything works and you can drive it right now. But you're going to start to have problems if you do that. So you can't drive it like this. You need to get a new computer."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, so how much is a new computer?" Ford doesn't make them anymore. So
Yeah,
you're
the aftermarket.
so they don't make an aftermarket.
Oh my gosh! So you just have to go to the junkyard and find one?
Yep. And he said I've called everyone in the state so far that I know of that might have one. Nobody has a V10. And it has to be the V10. It can't be a diesel. Can't be a V8.
Man.
Has to be the V10.
Okay.
Because the powertrain control module controls more than just the transmission.
Right.
So, yeah. So now I have a truck. And here's the thing that really got me mad. I almost would have paid the dealership. I mean, there's no way I would have paid them that amount of money. But if I had, they would have put a brand new transmission in it for no reason.
That it didn't need.
It didn't even need. The transmission works just fine. It's perfectly fine. It's the computer. So it has a ground inside the computer that's going. It's shortened out to ground.
Oh, I hate it.
Yep. So
New cars. That's why I want a
Stupid.
classic again. I want to get a classic car again.
Yeah.
We should go in together and get a classic.
I would love to.
Dude, we could have weekend fun night, guy night.
I'd be
like
down.
rebuilding a car.
You know what I really want to buy is my favorite car is the 59 Cadillac.
Only because it's classic. Cadillacs will nickel and dime you to death.
Yeah, but that car is sweet.
It is pretty sweet. I'm not going to argue with you there.
And the 57 Bel Air is awesome too.
Yeah, two-door specifically. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my first car was a 62 Ford Fairlane.
Whew.
The 170 cubic inch straight six with a 3 on the tree.
Nice.
That I still smoked guys who got their brand new slap shifts because they didn't know how to drive their stupid cars. Loved that thing, but yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here for the movie. Can we have 2 small drinks and a medium popcorn, please?
Sure, that'll be $87.95.
So, this week's movie, we have Doctor Strange. Not Mr. Strange.
Nope.
Not Master Strange. Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor. We're just gonna do this for the rest of the show.
What movie was that? Was it Fletch Lives? I think it was Fletch Lives. Doctor. So it's a group of doctors and they're introducing themselves. So it's
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
So you apparently had you seen this before?
No.
Okay, so you just watched it before I did.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I
think
watched it Monday.
I don't know. I put it on one night at home, and my wife absolutely loved it.
Had some candlelight going.
No, there's kids running around everywhere. My kids were scared of it.
Really?
Yeah, my youngest daughter ran during the first scene when all the buildings started like.
Oh, folding and
Yeah,
yeah.
and she ran. She was out of there. She went into her bedroom.
I could see that.
Yeah, she was freaked out. She was like, "This is weird."
It
not
is
watching
weird.
this." Yeah, for a Marvel movie,
Yeah,
it's kind of dark,
it's kind of dark,
but I liked it a lot.
yeah, it was definitely okay. So it was definitely a first superhero movie for whatever character.
Yep.
And they have those trademark things. I think Jay was saying it's unlike any other superhero, or maybe it was you saying it's unlike any other superhero movie that Marvel's done. And yet at the same time, exactly like every other superhero movie that Marvel has ever done.
Yeah.
It's totally different in certain ways, but in other ways they follow the same formula.
Yeah,
And it definitely felt like that first superhero movie from Marvel, which wasn't necessarily bad, other than I'm used to the formula now.
Yeah.
And I want something a little different. But it did make me excited. I do want to see where they take the character and where they go with it. Yeah, I think it was cool how the cape chose him. I wondered when the cape was coming into it.
yeah. That was. I was really impressed by it,
Yeah,
and they keep being kind of
sassy.
is cool. Yeah, just that whole movie's awesome. I mean, I was watching it just. I was thinking to myself, okay, this character's. At first, I totally didn't like the character
Right.
because I'm like, this guy's kind of a douche.
It's the same character as Sherlock. He's playing the same guy.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He totally is.
Yeah, so I don't know. He's not that likable, and then you're like, and then Rachel McAdams does an okay job.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, this isn't her best film. But then as the movie progressed, it just got better and better.
It did.
And there's just so many good things about it.
Yeah.
I was just, I was really impressed by it.
He got a couple hand jobs because he needed surgery
Yeah.
on his hands. What were you thinking, Anthony?
I said, I didn't say
get
anything.
your mind out of the gutter, man. Gosh, he had to get multiple surgeries on his hands. Jeez.
You had to say that.
I did. I
that was
totally
bad.
did.
So, anyways, yeah, it's fantastic.
It was.
I loved
Don't
it.
steal my word.
The ending was just great. I loved the whole time loop.
Oh yeah, it was.
I don't care that if you haven't seen this, sorry.
It was a weak. I hoped for a better ending fight sequence, but it didn't leave me regretting it either. Like I thought that the ending fight scene and sequence could have been bigger, more climactic, but at the same time, I didn't feel like I missed anything. I didn't feel like it was dead because of it. Like I felt like it went well.
I thought it was really good, and then that whole time loop was just
The
that
time
was
looping
hilarious.
was cool.
Yeah,
What is this?
yeah. He's like freaking out. That's really good. And then Wong cracked me up. Just
Do you ever laugh?
yeah, and then he laughs super hard at the end. Yeah, this is just a really good. And then I loved
is.
I loved how he like reversed time, and then like the city that's basically totally destroyed just like puts itself back together.
It was kind of cool.
That was really cool. I don't know. I was really impressed by that film. I don't know. For a Marvel movie, I mean, I loved Iron Man, and I thought that was really good, and that one's even a little dark. And then, you know, Hulk was not. Wasn't
were
that
not good.
No, those were not that good. And then,
He's good in the Avengers stuff. Like with other superheroes, Hulk is cool.
but the first movie
By
was-
himself, bleh.
yeah, not that good. But the first Iron Man is great. The first Avengers is, I mean, awesome.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best Marvel films.
Oh yeah.
But this movie for me, even though if it was a standalone film and we didn't have all the other Marvel universe going on,
That's great.
it'd be one of my favorite movies in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's really, really good. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm sure people are thinking Drew didn't really think that much of it. No, I really did. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I had kind of hoped that it would be a slightly different formula than all of the other Marvel superheroes, first films formula, and it wasn't. But it's okay.
Yeah.
I legitimately, not figuratively, literally and legitimately was okay sitting there going, I could watch this again. To the point, I watched it Monday.
Yep.
I watched it Monday night. And last night I'm flipping through there, got the kids to bed. I'd been working my butt off. I'm tired. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and watch something really for a little bit. And I'm flipping through there and I'm scrolling on Netflix and it pops up and I'm like, I could watch that again.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I literally watched this last night. I am not watching it again tonight. I got to find something different.
I might watch it again this week.
I might watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I think it lays some good groundwork for, it almost feels like it should be a TV series.
Yeah.
But the budget's pretty much would make it not able to be a TV series.
That would be tight.
It would be tough.
It would be really.
But it was really good. I want to see at least 2 more movies out of this character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool. I'd watch it.
Yep.
I'd watch it.
Me too.
All right.
Cool.
I think you're on deck again, my friend.
I am. Back to the news.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Teen gets place at top university by wrong one. I almost skipped it.
Don't steal mine.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Man who hates 7-Eleven with a passion opens up 612 instead.
Now, I've seen the sign before. Like, I saw people posting stuff about this on Facebook, and I'm like, 612, what the crap is that about? And I never thought anything of it. I just saw the signs. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And run into the article, I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Thank you for leaving me the Boston one, by the way.
Yeah, oh,
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's great.
Abu Masa, owner of 612, says his goal is to get 7-Eleven to close.
I like the goal.
Yeah.
I like the tenacity here.
Yeah, so this is so funny, and this is so Boston too. If you can't join them, beat them. Sometimes seems to be the philosophy of a former 7-Eleven owner in Boston. Abu Masa is so angry with the convenience store chain that he has made it his mission to compete with them directly. My goal is to get them to close. Quote, Masa. Now they've spelled his name differently. Wow. Anyway, Masa told the Boston Globe, Masa recently opened his own convenience store, 612, that offers many of the same items as 7-Eleven, but not hot food. That is because the chain's policy towards hot food is the issue, getting Masa hot under the collar. Masa said 7-Eleven corporate offices demanded he offer hot dogs, taquitos, and pizza at his franchise, even though he says they didn't sell. He told the Globe there were days where he threw out hundreds of dollars of food that didn't sell, and he had no choice but to follow orders. Quote, whatever, whenever they want, they can bring into the store, and you have no option. No choice but to accept it. Masa, they spelled his name wrong again. This is a really bad article. Masa told CBS Boston because they said you signed the paperwork.
Now this is one of those things that I can see both sides of this. Being a business person, I can see this on both sides. If you're owning a franchise, like not you own an individual franchise, like you're running multiple franchises, like you've got the head corporate offices, you need to make sure that wherever people go, they can get the same thing. It's the same, they understand, and it's not totally different every single spot. It's the same basic thing everywhere you go. And I get that because I'll be honest, there are times that I go to certain franchises and walk in and be like, oh man, I really want this. Oh, we don't do that here. What? It's a franchise thing. Everybody does that. It doesn't sell at this one, so we just don't do it. Yep. And like I get frustrated. Like I'm out of town and I actually really enjoy that. And but it doesn't work there. But then being a small business owner, I also totally get that aspect of it is why am I spending all this money?
Yep.
If it won't sell here, I need to work for my demographic.
Yep.
Not your overall demographic.
Yep. And that's the hard thing. I used to work for buddy of mine owned a extreme pizza franchise.
Yeah.
And so we did a couple things a little bit differently because we didn't really like the way that corporate did certain things.
Sure. Which you shouldn't do, but anyway.
Yeah. And so we're not supposed to do that. And we kind of broke the rules in a few places.
Sure.
And
Did it cost you?
no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we didn't end up getting in trouble or anything. And Extreme Pizza doesn't really care, honestly.
I was just say they probably never noticed.
No, they didn't notice. But our franchise did pretty well. We were doing pretty well. And we just kind of changed some things up and did things our own way a little bit, but kept the menu pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And they never really complained. But I could see some, like, I mean, there is that occasional, like Burger King or something, and they have to have everything the same.
Everything's got to be the same. Like my family, before I was even born, my family owned the Frost Top.
Yeah.
In Boise. Frost Top was, a franchise, and there's one, I think, one left in Idaho. I don't think the franchises are around anymore, but there's still one in Ashton, Idaho. Anyway, but there's one available. And then I'm going to butcher it, but there was a reason that they left the franchise. They moved the building. They own the building. So they opened up what became Rusty's Drive-In, which is what my family owned that everybody, knows my family for is Rusty's Drive-In. I still have people ask for the onion ring recipe, and no. Let me be blunt about it. No. Anyway, so you're not getting the onion ring batter recipe. But no, I mean, we opened it up, but there were issues between the family and the franchise. It's like, this isn't working. If memory serves right, I believe it was something like the franchise upped their rates to the point that it was absolutely ridiculous, and they said no.
Yeah.
But then, like, I helped. Like one of my early jobs was at Arctic Circle, and I went and trained. And because I grew up in fast food, I understood this stuff really well. Ended up being a trainer and helped train at a different location and help manage the kitchen and do things like that, because I knew the stuff really, really well. But it was one of those things that, no, this is the franchise. You have to have this, and it has to be done this way for the franchise.
Yeah.
And there were some things that you would agree with and some things that you wouldn't agree with.
Yeah.
And if you're part of a franchise, doesn't matter. Yeah, if you bought into the franchise, you've got to do what the franchise says, which I totally get with this guy. Fine. You don't like it? Do something else.
Yeah.
Open another one. Do it your way, man. Absolutely. More power to you. It's awesome.
Probably my favorite. Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. But my favorite thing about it is that he opened up right across the street.
Right across the street. He called it 612.
612, yeah. And then he says, so his strategy is, I love this. I know the price of everything in that store.
Yep.
So I sell the same things cheaper.
Yep.
So, well, not everything. No hot food.
No hot food.
He said never.
Never.
I think that's pretty funny. It's very Boston. When you get mad about stuff over there, people just do things like this, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, if he's making a profit, who cares? And
right.
And now he's happy. He's not having to sell hot food. He can do whatever he wants, and doesn't have to listen to the franchise. But that's why you get into the franchise for the name.
You do. You totally do.
But if you don't want the name anymore and you don't care and you have a customer base, then you do this.
Yep.
Which it seems like it's working out for him.
That's
so.
awesome. Hopefully it does, dude.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yep.
Teen gets place at top university by writing a letter about Papa John's. Papa John's. Which I mean, they're okay. They're not great now. My stepsister swears by them. She worked there forever. Oh, the ingredients are so much better. Meh. I've had good pizza, and that's not that.
Nope.
She wants to know if he can borrow it, and I said, borrow what? And he says the batter. Oh, the batter recipe. No, you cannot borrow the batter recipe. No. Maybe I'll make it and have you over or something, but you're not. No. Mm-mm. All right. So, high school student. What? Why can I not say this?
Where?
Carolina? No. Carol. Yeah, Carolina. Carolina, right? Yeah. Williams. High school student, last name Williams.
Yeah, Carolina.
Dyslexia. All right. Was accepted to Yale, one of America's finest institutions. Interesting people to say that is part of their alumni. Anyway, by talking about how she loves Papa John's delivery and the feelings the project evokes. The process evokes. So, the Yale application process is complex. One task set to candidates requires them to write about something that you, quote, love to do. Carolina, 18, did just that. She says, when I first saw the prompt, write about what you love to do, I immediately thought of pizza.
Me too.
I seriously, right? Maybe burgers and pizza. Awesome. Yep. I genuinely love to order pizza. Papa John's especially, it's my favorite food. Now that's where you lost me. Sorry. Yeah. Smoker. Anyway, she also said that she has ambitions to be a writer. I definitely hope to be an author. I've loved writing since I was little. I'm actually studying business and economics in college, though. I have several interests. And she got congratulation letters from a couple different people. She got letters and Facebook messages from some of the people from the acceptance board. And I mean, they're funny. It's things like, as I laughed out loud as I read things about, I laughed so hard on your pizza essay. I laughed out loud during this, blah, 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 blah. It was great. Yada, yada, yada. So here is the excerpt of what she wrote about pizza. And I will read it for you. I'll read it for you right now. Right now, I'll read it for you. For you. Only for you. Now, mind you, this has to be 200 words or fewer. So here we go. The sound of my doorbell starts off high. Then the pitch mellows out. And the whole effect mimics an instrumental interpretation of rain finally finding a steady pace at which to fall. I have spent several minutes analyzing its tone because I have had many opportunities to do so. As one thing I love to do is order pizza. And I have it delivered to my house. When the delivery person rings my doorbell, I instantly morph into one of Pavlov's dogs, salivating to the sound that signals the arrival of the cheesy, circular glory.
50 Shades of Pizza. That's what this is right now.
It totally is. It smells like celebration. As I love to rejoice a happy occasion by calling Papa John's for my favorite food. It tastes like comfort. Since having pizza delivered to my quiet home is a way for me to unwind. It looks like self-sufficiency. Because when I was younger, ordering pizza made me feel grown up. And it still provides that satisfaction for my child at heart. Accepting those warm cardboard boxes at my front door is second nature to me. But I will always love ordering pizza because of the way 8 slices of something so ordinary are able to evoke feelings of independence, consolation, and joy.
That was fantastic. I love it.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's a good essay.
It's not bad. Yeah. I mean, for 18,
and I love your rendition. It's like a sexy pizza story. That's great.
Well, when I was reading this, I'm like, yeah, this has got to be done right.
Yeah.
It's got to do it justice.
It reminded me of the Gilbert Godfrey quoting of 50 Shades of Grey.
Totally, dude. That was so... As soon as you said it's 50 Shades of Pizza, that's exactly where my mind went to. And then he grabbed her.
Yeah.
He grabbed her. He grabbed her so hard.
Oh, man. Gilbert Godfrey's awesome. That was fantastic.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
50 Shades of Pizza.
50 Shades of Pizza.
That's what she should name it. I think it's kind of weird that she didn't go to Yale. If you get accepted to Yale, why do you not go?
Wait, did she not go?
Yeah, it says in here. So
I missed it.
I read this part and I was like, why?
Wait, what?
So, but while Carolina was honored to have gotten into Yale, she decided to instead attend Auburn University in Alabama.
There's got to be some like family thing or something going on, because if you get accepted to Yale, who goes to Auburn over Yale?
This was her,
someone who likes Papa John's pizza.
maybe.
That's what it is.
So seriously. So yeah, that if you're making those kinds of bad choices, I guess it goes this direction. No, but then she says Carolina. So Carolina's from Tennessee and feels rooted in America's deep South. Yale is in Chile, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares? That's Yale. You go to Yale. You get accepted to Yale. You go.
You go to Yale.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Oh well.
That's not our choice.
Nope.
No.
Yep. But she's got to live with that choice.
Oh, for the rest of her life, man. For the rest of her life.
Yep.
Music review! It's that time of the show, everybody, where we do music review. All right, so this week we have stuff that I can't pronounce. I want to say it's dyslexic again, but I don't know that it is. I don't know.
Probably.
It's not in English for one.
Oh, no.
So the group is Lordrifa, Lordrifa. It's all one word. The name of the song, I am so sorry, guys. I am butchering this. You sent this to the wrong person to read. Galaz? Skleven. It means wage slaves is what it translates to. This is Lordrifa. Man, I need another cup of coffee tonight.
Me too.
Me too.
Yep. I had a cold brew and I'm still not all here.
I know.
Mentally.
I know. All right, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to play this song for you and maybe have a little bit of coffee so that we can talk some sense. Here you go. Enjoy this song.
Takes all the rest. The price of booze in this divey little town is more
All right, Antony. So what do you think, dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it's kind of progressive.
It is.
Yeah, which
Musically
was cool.
progressive.
Yeah, musically progressive.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah,
It's got some cool like open, almost like some open jazz times and things in there, which I really like. Being from a little bit more of a jazz background,
yeah,
I like it. There are definitely some things inside of this musically that I really enjoy and really appreciate. You had mentioned like maybe that little intro or that little interlude there in the middle could have had a little bit more in it. And I agree. I think it could have, being, musicians. I think that for me, I wanted a little bit more there, but I don't know. This group is they're a cinematic group. They make music for cinema and stuff.
yeah,
Which is really, really cool. And they probably were putting this together for a project and they needed something like that. And so it fits.
Yeah.
Which I totally get, because a lot of the stuff that I do, I make background music for commercials and things all the time.
yeah.
And by all the time, I mean every now and then, whenever it gets the call for it. Anyway, but I do that, and I totally get it. You've got to fit the spot. You've got to make it fit for what the emotion and everything is in that scene and or in that commercial. For me, you've got to make the music apply and produce the proper emotion that's needed at that point in time in the production. And so I totally get that. And so out of context, I wanted a little bit more there.
Yeah, I felt like maybe like I don't know. It did remind me of some progressive stuff that I've listened to before that I really like, and I felt like if there was something there that was driving into that change, man, that I felt like that would have made that change.
You know
just
what
more
I
abrupt.
wanted? And it's the same thing as what you're saying, but to me, I'm thinking instantly like, ooh, I want something more in there. The traditional thing right now for Western music is, screaming electric guitar.
Yeah.
No, I
Nope.
wanted to hear that saxophone.
Yeah.
I want to hear that sax just wail out on that and just run through it.
On that style of music, sometimes you'll have like some other rhythm behind that because you have this driving beat that's going through there.
Yeah.
And then if you threw in something that was like in like a triplet pattern or something like that behind that built
A little bit more syncopated.
yeah. And then boom, you hit that change, and then that just feels like so much more abrupt, and that you almost want that chaos.
Oh man, yeah.
Like I don't know, there's something about that. It kind of like one of my favorite bands of all time is Pharmaceutical Bandits. They're called RX Bandits now, but their newest stuff, it's got these breakdowns, and they'll get into odd meter stuff, and it just gets insane. They have all this stuff going on at once, and then when they change, it's to a new progression, whatever that is. It's just utter chaos before that happens sometimes.
Right.
But
it works.
It works so well.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that was really cool. And I felt like that part of the song, I was like,
You're ready for the chaos.
I was waiting for that chaos,
Yeah.
but it was still really good. I'm not trying to downplay it or say,
No.
oh, it's not good. I was just like, that's where
This is the out of context. We don't know what you made it for exactly, but
Yeah.
we like it.
yeah, it's good.
We like it. It's that music. Like this would be the because I do some of the production stuff. We have people into the studio. It's like, all right, well, what are you doing with this? What do you want from this, man? Because I'm hearing this. Does this work with you? Is this what you're going for? Because if this is what you're going for, I think we need to make it bigger.
Yeah.
So it's like that producer side starts coming out.
Yeah.
I dig it though, guys. That's awesome. You got
definitely.
some serious chops going there.
Yeah, it's cool.
You guys are very, very, very talented. Again, this is I'm gonna butcher this. I am so sorry, guys. the Oneaters. No, Lord. I was about to say, like, if you have the names that you think dyslexic Drew can't handle, write it in the email in a way that dyslexic Drew can read it. So that would be great. Lord Rifa, and it is Lord Rifa, LordRifa.com. Check these guys out. They a lot of the stuff they talk about is being like doing stuff for cinema work. They have some awards that they've won for things that they movies and shows that their music has been in. Fantastic stuff. Very, very talented group of people, multi-generational, multi-ethnic. I mean, really, really cool stuff. Very, very Very well put together, guys. Keep it going. Send us more stuff. We'd always take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We enjoy it. So good job, guys. Go check them out.
I do believe it's time for another delectable tale. Won't you join us down on Storybook Corner? I do believe it's time for Drew to blow his voice out one more time. down on Peric Beat Corner.
I read this one.
I haven't yet. Do you want to read it?
I guess I could try it.
Let's do it as the Boston. Let's do it as the Boston kid who needs to.
I could try.
Fought it in the sun.
I don't know if I could do the Boston.
You don't think you can do Boston? What fun voice can you do?
I don't know.
Try something.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know. I make something up.
All right, yeah, let's make something up. All right, here we go.
Emma was doing her homework. She thought it was very difficult. Emma was in the 8th grade. She thought that her homework belonged to people in college. It was 4z = 6. At a charter school, 3rd graders learn stuff like that. Apparently.
They do.
They do. 2 more hours went by. Emma, are you still working on your homework? You've been working on that for 3 hours. I thought it was 2 hours.
That was 2 more hours.
2 more hours. Oh, okay. I'm not reading this well. My reading comprehension sucks. Do you need any help? Remember, I am your twin. I already finished it 1 hour ago, her twin sister Ella asked.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I haven't, you haven't let me forget that since 3rd grade. But I guess I could help, I guess I could help me. What?
I guess you could help me, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Don't tell anybody about this, Emma stated. Yes. I can't believe that this finally happened. Oh, Mom, Dad. Guess what just happened, Ella exclaimed. Ella, remember what I just said? Emma reminded Ella. They finished Emma's homework in 5 minutes. That has to be a record. Could it be the record?
Could it beat
the record?
Yeah, could it beat the record? Okay.
That one was all over the place.
That was totally all over the place.
I had to get out of character there.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who knows what happened? That was a
I
weird
will
one.
say, though, because, my kids are in a charter school.
Yep.
And I kid you not. So Gabby is in 3rd grade. And they are having her do algebra. And she's struggling with some of this. And I'm like, sweetie, woo, calm down.
Yeah.
Most kids, at least when I was in school, we didn't do this until, we would start looking at this at like 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah, usually.
This is not 3rd grade material you're working on here. I was like, so don't feel bad. I mean, because it was one of those things that she was bringing stuff home and she's just getting defeated. She's such a good student.
Yeah.
Everything is like, because they're not doing grades yet. Everything is E+, E+++, excellent plus. Like you can't get any better. Yeah. Except for this math. She's bringing home, because they are actually grading the math. It just doesn't reflect on her, school grade. Excuse me. But she would bring stuff home and it would be like 14 out of 28.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, sweetie, that's 50%. That's failing big time. And I started going over her math with her because she wasn't asking for help. And I started going over the math with her. I'm like, what on earth? This is algebra. Why are you working on algebra?
Yeah.
And she's like, this is so hard. And I'm like, sweetie, this is years. This is 3 or 4 years ahead of what you should be doing this at.
Yeah.
Really? I'm like, yeah, you're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
50%. Crap, I know people who went through college who can't do algebra right.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I'm actually pretty good at algebra, so this is nice for me to be able to work with her because I get math.
Yeah.
Math works for me. Math does not work for some people. Like Jay cannot do math.
Oh.
Her words, not mine. I haven't seen it.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I have not seen this yet. But according to her, she's like, I can help Gabby with like the English portion of this. But science and math not so much. And I'm like, that's good because I can do science and math. That's my strong point, and dyslexic Drew cannot do English very well.
Yeah, I'm not an English person.
Hi, I'm an author. I can't do English well.
I really sucked at English.
I can write it.
Fan.
I can write. I can't read.
Yeah, I don't know. I did well in math and science too.
Yeah.
I took AP physics in high school, which is basically like calculus.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's pretty good.
it was fun. Yeah. And now I have a job where I have to know math.
Yeah.
Like we do Hayes and Williams formulas and stuff. Oh. Yeah, and seismic bracing calcs.
Meow.
Yep.
Meow.
Yeah. Yep. It's not easy stuff.
No.
No. It's
full on engineering.
Yeah, I mean it's lower level engineering stuff, but it's not like crazy. I mean friction loss through pipe.
What?
It's not that hard.
Friction loss.
Yeah, friction loss through pipe.
Yeah.
So it's not
Normal
too
guy stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly. So so it's not too crazy, but having the math background does help.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. I want to know the engineers. So here in the Boise area, we have the foothills. So Boise is this. People want to know. I've got a buddy who's getting ready to move back to Boise. He grew up here in Boise, moved to LA about the same time as my brother, and is now moving back. And he's getting all sorts of flack from people like, "Why are you moving back to Boise? Boise's stupid. It's the worst place ever." Blah blah blah. And he's like trying to convince people why everybody leaves California and comes to Boise. And I mean, he's posting stuff up there. It's a cool area. Technically, we're in the desert. Boise, the French for Boise is Les Bois, which stands for the trees or the city of trees. And it's because when people first started coming over here, the Snake River weaves through here. You got the Boise River going through here. And in the middle of this desert, you get into this valley, and all of a sudden there's this beautiful grove of trees everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just this nice area to where you're in the valley, but you are, I kid you not, within like 45 minutes to an hour of anything you want. You want to go hiking out in the middle of the desert? Mm-hmm. You got it.
Yep.
You want to go up into the mountains, get into the hot springs, things, and I mean legitimately mountains, not foothills.
Yeah.
Mountains. You can do it in like an hour.
Yeah.
You can be in the mountains doing skiing, hiking, bicycling, motorbiking, doing anything like that.
We have some of the
Mountain biking.
best fishing in the world.
Some of the best fishing, whitewater rapids. We've got everything. If you're into outdoor stuff and you've never been to the Boise area, you're fooling yourself with what you think you've got.
Yep.
So, but he's trying to convince people like why Boise is this cool area. Well, a bunch of the more well-to-do people, I will say, people who've got money and are okay flaunting it a little bit, or want people to think they've got more money than they have and got ridiculously good loans or something. They were building up in the foothills,
Yep.
like just on the north side of Boise. And it's known as the Boise foothills. They're known as the foothills. It's still kind of deserty, but at the same point, you're overlooking the entire valley. You're right next to the mountains. Gorgeous area. Gorgeous.
It is.
Deer running through there all the time. You get deer, you get elk, you get all sorts of stuff. It's beautiful. Beautiful area. Well, with all of the rain and snow and everything, that entire area has become structurally unstable. Mm-hmm. Now, if you understand how the earth is designed and made, or how the earth is, let's just say, whether you believe it was made at all or whatever, it just is. Yep. If you understand how the earth is with tectonic plates, typically people, where tectonic plates rub, we get these crazy little bumps that are known as mountains. I don't know. And so where we tend to see a bunch of like earthquakes and stuff is where the tectonic plates rub together. So, where there tend to be mountains, there tend to be earthquakes. And where there tend to be earthquakes, there tends to be structural integrity issues in the land. Now, this is cool. Boise is in the middle. It's in this valley. It's a fairly wide valley. We're far enough away from everything. We don't ever feel earthquakes here.
Nope.
I think I saw a report a while ago. Boise is like, or not Boise, but this area is like one of the top 10 zones for earthquakes in the entire United States.
Really?
We have some of the most earthquakes of anywhere else in the States. They're so frequent that they're tiny.
Oh.
Like they're just really, really small. They barely pick up on the scale, but we have a ton of them.
I was going to say, because when I do my seismic bracing calculations at work, I use like the smallest C factor you can possibly use. Yeah. It's like we have like no problems with getting those.
Right, because they're where it happens. Because if it's here in the valley, we don't feel them here. If they're up in like the foothills and stuff, we get them all the time. Because mountains,
yeah,
tectonic plates. Here's where we're going with this. Science, people, science. But they have the foothills have, because of all the rain and everything else that's happened, they've started washing away, and the houses like are crumbling in this area. Like it's condemned area. They don't want anybody even going in there trying to retrieve stuff. It's so dangerous. And the city has come out and said, like, hey, that's the property owner's responsibility.
Yeah.
You bought the land. That's your responsibility. Now, at some degree, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I can see that.
Yep.
You built there. That's your problem. At the same time, city engineers had to approve it.
Yeah. Well, and what I want to know is
Had to be approved.
who did the land surveying on that?
Right. That's the thing. It's like, this had to be approved, people. This is not the builder's fault.
If you Google this and look at some of the photos, I mean, there's literally roads that are just ripped in half.
Oh, yeah.
Houses that are just collapsing on themselves.
Yep.
And the city told them, you need to have these torn down.
Yeah, this is your responsibility. Take care of this.
Yeah. And they're going, wait a second, you guys approved this.
Yeah. Yep.
So
No, but seriously, a good for you, because you go up through 55 all the time, going up to like because
I'm working in Donley, so
yeah,
I
going
go
up to
there all the time.
Donley and going up to Moscow and all these other areas. You go up Highway 55, which is the main highway that would take you up north towards like University of Idaho and McCall area,
which is awesome.
Warm Lake, beautiful areas up there. That's definitely more. You're in the mountains. I mean, gorgeous, drop dead. Like, I could live here forever if I could afford it.
Yeah, I love it there.
If you when you start going up towards like past Horseshoe Bend or around Horseshoe Bend area, where you see the old Highway 55, you can actually see that crumbled and breaking, and that's from all the earthquakes, the ground shifts.
Yeah.
That's because of the earthquakes.
Huh.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Tectonic plates.
Yeah.
They move, stuff happens.
Yeah, don't build on a hill.
Meh. Or build on the top of the hill. Don't build off to don't get on the big hill and build off to the edge of the big hill.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's happening.
Right. They all
But-
build on the edge because it's scenic. It's like you get
Yeah.
that nice view.
I want to know who got paid off to approve that. That's what I want to know.
Tectonic plates?
Well, no. To build that community.
Oh,
Right.
dude, right.
I mean,
I don't know. Man.
Somebody made a lot of money.
Because there's no way.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
How do you not know? I mean, that's like building an Eagle. I'm sorry. Eagle, again, some people who don't live in this area. You got Boise and Meridian and Eagle. So Eagle is like right on the Boise River.
Yep.
It's this beautiful, it's low. It's the low portion of the valley. So it's lower in elevation and right on a river. Do
Yep.
the math.
Yep.
Floods.
Yep.
If there's going to be a flood, it's going to happen in Eagle. And way back in the day, basically you had either the fanciest houses in the entire area or trailer parks,
Yeah.
because that was it. People who had enough money that they wanted to live in that nice area and they could afford flood insurance and didn't care, or trailer parks because they couldn't afford anything else and they didn't care.
Yep.
And that was it. Now it's a booming area, and people seem shocked. Like, what? This can flood? It's on a floodplain, people.
Yeah.
If you want to be away from the flood, you've got to be higher than where the water goes.
Yeah. And then we had so much snowfall, the river's just screaming right
Oh,
now.
dude, yeah, it's running like 8.7 CFS or something
it's
like that. It's
ridiculous.
insane. The green belt, we've got green belts going all over the place. Beautiful area. This is set up so nice. They should hire me for like promotion for Boise. But I mean, we've got green belts going everywhere, and the green belts are washing away. Like
Yep.
it's eroding the ground underneath it, and it's crumbling and falling apart. We're gonna have to rebuild so much of this after this year.
Yep.
But hey, it's what happens.
Yep.
Part of life.
Yeah, that's true.
Weather happens.
Yep.
Hashtag weather happens.
Yeah.
Pay for
This-
Pat.
I feel like it's, I don't know. I think it's funny because I was actually talking to one of my coworkers, and we were doing some apartments over on Riverside Drive. Okay, Riverside Drive
Yeah.
in Eagle.
Yeah.
And we're
Which, by
sitting
the
there-
way, in case you guys couldn't figure that out, it's next to the river.
Yeah, exactly. And so we were doing these apartments, and my coworker goes, "I have no idea why they're building these." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
It's the South Park episode. Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. He was like, one of these days, these are going to flood. And I was like, yeah, right. Whatever. And he's like, no, seriously, this whole area floods like
Often.
every 6 years
6
or
to
so.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these are going to be underwater at some point.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
yeah.
And then here we go this year.
Oh, yeah. And it's
Floods.
the worst that we've ever seen.
Yeah. It's horrible.
It is horrible. I mean, I remember, since we're on the weather talk, welcome to Weather Talk with Drew and Anthony.
Yeah.
I remember in 95, bring up a chair, youngsters. Come on and put it down on the grandpa's lap and I'll tell you a story.
Back in my
Back
day.
in my day. I remember the summer of 1995. I remember this because it snowed on the 4th of July.
What?
It snowed. Snowed. And I'm not talking like a flake or two. It downright snowed on the 4th of July. Like, we were out lighting fireworks at my grandparents' house, and it started snowing to the point where we had to go inside and wait for it to stop before we could go back out and light off more fireworks at grandparents' house.
That's awesome.
And I remember another summer. I was younger. I want to say it was 92, but I'd have to look it up. But we had, again, a lot of water, a lot of rain and stuff, and everything was flooding so bad. Like, the manhole covers were popping off and floating down the streets. And like, there was a big festival. It was like the Boise River Festival or something like that. And our family was down at that, and the rain hit, and it was like flash flood, and the streets flooded, and the manhole covers popped and started flowing down. And we had lightning strike in the middle of the park, struck a news anchor.
What?
Yeah, she survived, but seriously, like, struck the microphone, struck the news anchor on site. It was so crazy.
Yeah. Well, weather here's, I've noticed that it's just so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and we haven't had these really recently, but when I first moved here, I noticed we were inside Walmart when we first moved here, walking around, just getting, we were like, ooh, Walmart's way different here, because we're used to not nice Walmart at all. In California.
Depending on the part of California, you're not used to Walmart at all.
Oh, at all, yeah. We used to just avoid Walmart. But I could hear
Walmart's a 4-letter word in some parts.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's popular.
No. And we were hearing the thunder and lightning hitting outside, and there was some crazy, just like random weather here.
Mm-hmm.
And we got used to it, but at first I was like, this is weird. I'm not used to this. Because in California, it's just like, it's the same. It's either 110 or it's 60 and overcast. And that I was just used to that 2 seasons, and they would just flip on one day. One day you'd be 60, and then all of a sudden you felt like it was 100 the next day.
And that's
I
it.
hated that.
Yeah.
And
Now,
I actually love the weather changes here.
you want to know one of the biggest selling points for me on this house?
Huh.
Is it has a tin roof over the patio, the back
Yeah.
patio. Not that it's like impossible to add a tin roof over a patio anywhere, but it was already there. I don't have to work at it. It's great. It was perfect for me because of the rain. I love the sound of that. And Jay was giving me crap last night because I'm texting her. I'm like, I'm enjoying the sultry sounds of the bug zapper going off and killing thousands of insects this evening. And she's like, you're so weird. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a comfort noise. Okay. My grandparents always had it. It's a happy memory.
Yep.
Yes. I enjoy the mass slaughter of insects by electrocution, which again brings up another thing. I had a random topic night. This is great.
This is good.
This is great. So I had a buddy post something online, and I commented because this is the dumbest thing ever. It's like, shows the idiocracy of people. Yeah. And the hypocrisy of some people. And it was this, no longer do you have to torture insects to kill them. You don't have to kill them quickly with electrocution or do this other thing. It wasn't kill them quickly, but you don't have to electrocute them with a bug zapper anymore. Now we have this new device that it draws, and I'm watching this video, and they're like, the ultraviolet lights draw the insects in, and then they get sucked down into this one area where and it says, over a matter of a day or so, the insects die of both suffocation and dehydration because all of the moisture is sucked out. And I'm like, yes, God forbid, let's humanely kill the creatures with instant death from electrocution.
Yeah.
Let's suffocate and dehydrate them over the course of a day or two. This seems like a real deal right here.
Yes. Would you rather go through the electric chair or be left in the desert?
Right. And and I always love that when people are like, Drew, you're out of shape. I could beat you anywhere. And I'm like, whoa. Come on. Let's be real here. You're stuck in the middle of a desert. What's going to last you longer, a 6-pack or a keg?
Yeah.
Keg every
awesome.
Time.
That's right.
And you watch the face change to like, I just got owned by a fat guy. What just happened? I don't know. What? That's right, people.
You need to
Take
add
that.
noob at the end.
Noob.
Yeah.
You noob.
Noob. That was so good.
I grew up in a desert, you noob.
Yeah. I had to use that word. I had to use that word the other day. I think I sent you that. Do you remember the person who was talking about how it was like Obi-Wan dying? And I replied, it was on one of those really geeky Facebook pages. Yes. And I said, he didn't die. He became one with the Force.
That's right.
Noob.
It's so true,
And
though.
I got like 50 comments on it. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. And I was just like, because it's fantastic.
Because
this is
it
great.
is.
Yeah. And
It's like the response of the century for that.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I just had to do that. I'm like, I had to get that nerdy. Just had to.
You're just so white and nerdy.
I am.
You're
Well, I'm olive. Yeah.
Olive and nerdy.
Yeah. I'm okay with olive.
You're olive nerdy.
Olive nerdy. Yeah. If I was to be an olive, I think I would want to be a Kalamata olive.
I don't know what that is.
Are
they green?
Salty olives.
I'm disturbed by that.
They're really good.
Okay. I'll take your word on it.
I have them on my pizza a lot.
Are they green?
No, they're like they're
You can ask for different olives for pizza?
Yeah, do you ever go to Blaze Pizza? I think they have a gluten-free.
I was gonna say, do they have gluten free? Because I don't.
We have to ask.
Where are they at?
Over on Eagle Road by the Noodles and next to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have
So by the Village area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their pizza is fantastic and it's super cheap. Like it makes no sense.
I'll have to check.
See if they have gluten-free because I ordered a pizza there. It's a 14-inch and they cook it in this crazy brick oven.
Okay.
And it was
so it's a brick oven pizza.
It's not brick oven like with wood fire though.
Right.
It's like gas. But it's only $8 for a pizza.
No way.
A 14-inch pizza.
No way.
Yes.
Super thin?
It's pretty thin, yeah.
Okay.
I need to show you
Because if it's brick oven.
I took a picture of it because it's so good.
Okay.
I absolutely love
We'll
it.
show the people. Oh, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So check out this pizza. Okay. It's on my Instagram. So I had to send them some love. So it's Blaze Pizza.
You need to do it on your Twitter too.
I need to.
Because now Anthony has Twitter, people. You can follow him at Delectable Meats
Yeah.
on Twitter.
So this pie right here, I mean, this was $8.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
And it has artichoke hearts, roasted red peppers, black olives, Kalamata olives, spinach, basil, feta, and pesto.
That's a lot of stuff that I normally would say doesn't belong on a pizza, but totally when you put it in that context and I see it, I'd eat it.
Good. Yeah, and this is all veggie, which is weird. I put it on my Delectable Meats, and then I had someone go, "This isn't meat," and I said, "It's still delicious."
It's delectable still.
Yes, it was really good.
It's meat's food.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where meat comes from. All right, so that's basically it for the show. We did get a couple new supporters this week for the premium and above supporters on Patreon. First of all, we want to say thank you big time to Ant Honey.
Yeah,
stepping up.
I
and
see how
show.
much work this takes.
It's a bit more than you'd think.
It's a lot of work.
It really
It is, and I'm providing very little. I just show up and talk about dumb stuff.
Which is funny because, okay, when I first tried to convince him to come here, he's like, I don't think I'm the right person for this. I'm like, dude, you have no idea. You are like the perfect person for this. We're both.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this is going to work great. He's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm like, dude, yeah, it's just our normal banter. There's just people get to pay attention to it.
This is how we normally are. Most of the time.
Dude, yeah, it totally is.
I mean, so people probably don't realize this, but we're texting each other goofy stuff all day.
All day long.
It's all day.
It's a total bromance. Like
it is.
I'll sit there. I get more butt hurt over him not texting me back faster than Jay does. It's like, I know you're working, man, but come on.
I know. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've been so busy at work, but I've been trying to keep up. It's just been nuts. But yeah, I mean, we sometimes when the work's not too insane, we'll text back and forth, literally sometimes like 4, 5, 6 times a day, just funny memes, goofy stories, and so this is just natural.
This is just us.
At first, I was a little awkward, a little nervous about it, but I've been having a great time doing this.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Talking to Pat earlier today, Pat's like, okay, can we set this up for 3 people? Can he at least be recurring every now and then? I'm like, we'll have to figure out from his work schedule, but I think that'd be a good fit.
Well, I would love to do it more. I think I can keep doing it a little bit, but I do know I have coming up in the schedule, and I need to look, but I have to go to Moscow for a winery install. Mm-hmm. I'll throw them a plug. It's Coulter's Creek Winery up in Moscow. And then we have a hotel with my good friend, my buddy up in Bellevue. He owns a couple hotels. Nice. He's building a hotel.
Wait, this is not Washington though.
No, Bellevue, Idaho.
Okay.
So he's building a hotel in Bellevue, Idaho. We did the install for the modulars. It's really weird. It's a trailer home hotel. They're going to stack them like Legos. And I know I'm going to, so that they build, it's 2 units with a hallway down the middle.
Okay.
And then they literally stack them like Legos.
That's so weird.
It's weird, but it's really cool. So
have you seen the Lego tape?
No.
You haven't seen Lego tape?
No, send me a link.
Oh my gosh, I will.
So this is really cool. So we did the partial install at the factory where these trailer homes were built. And then now we're going to go out and run mains down the halls and tie everything together and do a hydro and then put in, we have to do all the rest of the work.
Yep.
And that's coming up. So I'm going to be in Bellevue for a whole week doing that probably.
Wow.
At least guiding people.
Right.
So there's a possibility to be gone for that week. And then my sisters were supposed to come to town, but I don't know if they're going to come now. So I think I'll be free that week when I thought I was going to be gone. Yeah. And there's definitely 1 week I will be gone, and that's when I go to Chalice, which is the end of July.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but I'd love to do it more often. I think it's
fun.
Yeah, I need permission from my wife to do this long term.
Yeah.
Because I'm already
in hot water.
Totally. No, I'm not in hot water. Well, at least I don't know. I might come home and all my stuff might be gone. She might steal everything.
Would she take the ferrets?
Well, probably.
Oh.
She's figuring out real quickly that she doesn't need me. She's been bidding jobs and landing jobs just as fast as I can. She's way smarter than me. She is. She's got a lot of skills in the engineering side.
Like nunchuck skills.
Yeah.
Bow staff skills.
Yeah. Drawing skills.
Have you seen my liger?
Liger, yeah. I caught you a delicious bass.
I like your sleeves.
Yeah. Oh, that movie. So good. Oh, so Idaho.
So Idaho.
Yeah. So, I kind of jokingly, I make jokes about that. I'm like, pretty soon she's not going to be around because she knows that she could do what I do easily. She already does. She could take off, go start her own company.
She couldn't install though.
No, but she knows enough now that she could hire somebody to do that.
It's true.
In a hypothetical world where she divorces me, takes
it's a
all
good
the
thing
kids.
she doesn't listen to this.
I know. I'm like starting to give her ideas. She's like, I could do better than this guy. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thanks for marrying down. Appreciate it.
What every guy says to his girl.
Yep.
Thank you for aiming low.
Yep.
Lowered expectations.
Yeah, my wife is way too good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
I had some friends who were honest with me about that. They were like, dude, you
won.
are very lucky.
You won.
Yep.
All right. So we had Aunt Honey who's supporting. Thank you so much, dude.
Heck yeah.
And we've got my buddy Mark Rowe, who's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Mark Rowe produces 12stringbass.co, so .co. And it's the numeric 12, 1, 2, the number 1, the number 2, stringbase.co.co. It's under construction right now. Should be up here soonish. I don't know. It says should be up in 59 days, 22 hours, 42 minutes, and 17 seconds. Anyway, cool stuff. This is the guy I played, Anthony, I played for you. I'm going to have to talk to him and see if we can play with some of his stuff.
Yeah.
He's I call him a music comedian. That might not be the right term, but it's he basically is. He does inappropriate humor sometimes inappropriate, but it's funny. No, but he does it with his guitar, and he does 12-string bass, and he's got an electric one, and he's got a one-of-a-kind acoustic one that is awesome. Hardest instrument I've ever had to record in the studio. He wanted it to sound like what it sounds like in the room, and that was one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. Because, mics add character, they add color, everything changes it a little bit. And to get it to where it sounds just like what he's hearing when he's playing it was really, really tricky. Got it done. I actually ended up using some Placid Audio mics, the resonators, and that worked out really, really well for some of that. Anyway, does really, really cool stuff with it and is incredibly funny. Check it out. It's 12stringbass.co. It's Mark Rowe, also known as Surf Rat. Mark Surf Rat Rowe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to the show. You are the reason that we do this. And for those of you who do support us on Patreon, you are the reason that you're really give us the ability to do this. Yeah. So thank you so much. We love you long time. Pat would give you a hug if he could. If you think you could manage it in your budget to lose $1 a month, hook us up, man. Patreon.com/ClasslessChat. It works pretty slick. Usually, for most people, don't have a problem with it. You were having some issues logging in.
Yeah, well, it kept telling me my password was wrong, and then I would reset it, and then it would keep telling me it was wrong.
The infamous password.
Okay, so then I thought, well, maybe it's just me because I'm getting older, right?
A little bit. So I asked my wife, who's tech savvy. I said, "Hey, check and see if I'm having a senior moment, please." And she couldn't get in, and it kept doing the same thing to her. Oh, wow.
And so it was weird. So I actually had an account set up, and we just abandoned that one.
Okay.
And I told you before, I was trying to become a
supporter.
Supporter.
Yeah,
and it didn't go through.
Yes.
And I even put in my credit card info and everything.
Weird.
And I'm like, what the heck? So it didn't go through, and then I got really busy, and I kind of forgot about it. And then it came back around, and she's like, "Hey, did you ever do that?" And I was like, "Did it ever go through on the account?" No. Well, that's really weird. So I was like, okay, well, why don't you try? Because I've been doing this way too much. I've tried it twice. It didn't take. So then she did it. And
it worked.
Yeah. And well, finally, after 3 or 4 attempts, she set up a new account, and then finally it worked.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of a weird deal.
That's weird. It's the first story I've heard on that where that people have had that kind of an issue. But
yeah. Well, and then I downloaded.
If you have more issues like that, you can email us, classlesschat@gmail.com. We'll send you a PayPal link or something. So that's cool.
Yeah. Got it.
Throwing that out there.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah.
If Patreon is causing you grief, we can accept your funds in other ways.
Yeah, well, yeah. So hopefully people aren't having those problems.
Right.
Because it was very irritating.
I sounds like it.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck?
This is the main platform to do this on, though. So it's like, I don't know where else to do other than like starting up a credit card processing thing and running credit card processing and doing it all here. But
yeah, I could just imagine if someone was going to do it, and it would kind of concern me that they would be like, after the second attempt, like, well, I'm not doing this.
Right. I'm not doing that. That's why I'm saying if you're having problems, email us.
Know. Yeah.
Yeah. ClasslessChat, ClasslessChat @gmail.com. I'm impressed. I did that.
Yeah.
That worked.
Did we pick a movie? Did you pick a movie for next week yet?
Oh, dude, no.
Glad I reminded you.
Yeah. Dude, what do you want to watch?
I don't know.
There's some good stuff out there. Oh, you know what's on there? We're doing it. Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
Young Frankenstein is on Netflix. We're going to do it.
Okay.
All right. So next week, Young Frankenstein is the movie. So watch it with us. You will enjoy it if you've never seen it. So good.
Yeah, it is.
So good.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
I know, but it's on there. So is Blazing Saddles, which is another one of my favorites.
Oh, man.
But I feel like that one could turn people off, too. Who cares? Should we do a double feature?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a Mel Brooks double feature. We're going to do Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
This is going to be a good week.
Yes, it is. This is like what
The
I
week
would
just
watch
got
on
better.
a normal week.
Right.
So this is perfect.
This is like double feature week here, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Double feature. So thank you guys so much. We love you long time.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of the week, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat. Be sure to listen again next time. You never know what these two are gonna say.
And Anthony. Ha 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 ha.